Good morning, students. We'll have a new topic today, which is simple pendulum. Simple pendulum is a heavy mass called bob, which is suspended from a rigid support by a massless and inextensible string. This is how it looks. This is called simple pendulum, where this is called the bob of a pendulum and this is the string. Now the length of the pendulum, you should know here, should be from the point of the rigid support to the center of the bob. This is called effective length of the pendulum. Now when the pendulum is set into oscillation, it comes into to and fro motion. That means it goes to either side of the mean position. So you can see here, if you take this position as A, this as B, and this point as C. So C is called the mean position, and when the pendulum comes into motion, that when it oscillates, it starts moving on either side of the mean position, that is A and B, which are called extreme position. Now there are few terms related to simple pendulum. Number one is one oscillation. One oscillation of a pendulum is said to be completed when it comes back to the original position after making oscillation. That is, if a pendulum starts moving from point A, then it should come back to point A after reaching point B. So this kind of a complete movement made by the pendulum is called one complete oscillation. Then we have time period. Denoted by capital T. It is the time taken by a pendulum to complete one oscillation, and its unit is second. Another term is frequency, denoted by small f, which can be defined as the number of complete oscillation in 1 second. So whenever a pendulum makes number of oscillations, certain number of oscillations in 1 second, then it is called frequency. And the frequency and time period is related to each other, that the frequency is reciprocal to time period. And number 4 is amplitude. Amplitude is the maximum displacement made by a pendulum during its oscillation. So if a pendulum goes to position A or goes to position B from the position C, then the maximum displacement made on either side from the mean position is called amplitude of the pendulum or amplitude of oscillation. So we have these four important terms related to oscillation of pendulum. Let us now come to the factors affecting the time period of a simple pendulum. So we have factors affecting time period of pendulum. First is the length of pendulum. First is the length of the pendulum, and time period is directly proportional to square root of the length of the pendulum. It means to say that if the length of a pendulum increases, there will also be increasing time period of a pendulum. But how does it increase? You can see there is square root given. For example, if the length of a pendulum increases by 4 times, then square root of 4 is equal to 2. So we can say time period will increase by 2 times. So whenever there is increase in the length by 4 times, time period is increasing by 2 times. Similarly, if the length of a pendulum increases by 9 times, then we know square root of 9 is 3. We can say time period also increases by 3 times. So this is the first factor. And here you should also know that during the summer season, when the length of the pendulum increases, it will make the pendulum to go slow. The reason that due to the increase in the length, the time period will be more, and just reverse thing will happen when there is winter season, where the length of a pendulum will decrease, and that will also decrease the time period. In that case, the pendulum will move fast. Another factor we have where acceleration due to gravity will also affect the time period. Acceleration due to gravity, which is small g, and time period is inversely proportional to acceleration due to gravity. It means to say, if the acceleration due to gravity of a place is more, then time period will be less. Similarly, if acceleration due to gravity will be less, the time period will be more. For example, if a pendulum is taken on the moon, where the acceleration due to gravity of the moon is less than on the earth, then in the moon, time period will become more, and we can say that oscillation will be very slow. So the same pendulum which was oscillating fast on the earth suddenly starts oscillating very slow on the moon due to the less acceleration due to gravity. Now, on combining these two factors, we can write since time period is directly proportional to square root of length and is inversely proportional to square root of acceleration due to gravity, so we can say T is directly proportional to L upon G, where this proportionality sign can be changed into equality sign on giving a constant term. Here the constant is 2 pi under root L by G. So this becomes the formula to find the time period of a pendulum. Please see the relation. This is the time period of a pendulum. Now the last topic of simple pendulum is seconds pendulum. Let us see what is seconds pendulum. So seconds pendulum is a pendulum whose time period is 2 seconds. So time period will be 2 seconds, and if the time period is 2 seconds, frequency will be reciprocal of time period, that is 0.5 Hz. So seconds pendulum will have time period of 2 seconds and frequency of 0.5 Hz. Now, in order to have the time period of seconds pendulum equal to 2 seconds, the length of the pendulum should accordingly be set, and length of the pendulum should be taken close to 1 meter, that is its length should be equal to 99 centimeter or 0.99 meter, which is close to 1 meter. Only by taking the length equal to close to 1 meter we can see, or we can find, that the time period becomes 2 seconds, and such pendulum is called seconds pendulum, whose frequency you can see is 0.5 hertz. I hope it is clear. So we have completed the topic of simple pendulum. In the next class we will solve some numericals based on simple pendulum. Till then, thank you.